welcome back to the stream, guys. Let's get the disclaimer out of the way. I am not a financial advisor. Any and all information discussed here is for entertainment purposes only and should not be considered tax, legal, investment advice. A referral to a commodity is not an indication to buy or sell a commodity. Day trading is inherently risky and most traders lose money. Past and current results are not any indication for future ones. Now, that being said, welcome back. I'm trying something different, and I hope this works out for me. I'm trading the minis instead of the micros. I'm not sure if I'm going to be trading the minis throughout the whole day, or if I'm sticking with it. I might be trading a NASDAQ mini and a ES micro. Not entirely sure. Probably should reverse those because this move's a little bit more predictable in some sense than that does, but I don't know, I like trading NASDAQ over ES. It moves with my brain properly. Side note, I'm sitting here and I've been marking out everything on this. I did guess it, like all the resistance levels and things that I thought would be useful. I did all yesterday's highs, lows, and whatnot on both this and here. I believe I also did it on the micro NASDAQ. I actually should check that. MNQ. Let me. So yeah, I did. But we're gonna be here. Their charts are nearly identical. There's just, slight changes and whatnot. Excuse me. What was it? Where was I? We're coming up at a resistance level here, which is yesterday's high. It's possible that on the open we just tank from here, but I wanted to do the actual analysis on stream so that I can have it for my stuff later. All of the highs and lows, I didn't have to put that up on screen. You guys know how to do that. And all the labels are right there. So we're extended again. Friday had a nice push. I'm curious. Friday's the 28th, the 21st. Where's the 21st? Oh, we chopped around last Friday and then tanked. Was the 14th. We were coming off of the 20 and then we just kept going up. And then at 10 o'clock we flipped and then kept going down. Okay. And then, okay, so if that's the case, this is Monday. We reversed it and went forward. And then, again, so this is the 21st. 21st, we tanked. We opened, we chopped around, and then we dropped. We flatlined, and then this is Monday would be the 24th, and then the 24th we increased. Now, obviously, this happened, so we ate that, but as the night went down, we dropped, and then we came back up for the overnight. I don't know. I think maybe we could do a retrace back to the 21 and then bounce off of that, which would be yesterday's close. I see that. We come down, we test that, the 20, and then we go up to this resistance. That would make sense. Let's jump up to the 1 hour. I'm really having issues with our trader on TOPSTEP. I really thought it was okay. There's something really weird with retrieving the info. And I've checked around, and a lot of people say it's... Other people have had issues with Rhythmic. AMP doesn't have that issue. And all the other ones don't. So where was I? Let's do a fib jump. That is definitely not what I wanted to click on. Fib. It would still be around 607 to 604. If we do a double bounce, here, that's an area. Oh no, my bad. $603. That. So that's where the bounce would be for that. Yeah. Honestly, I think fuck it. I do one mini contract on both to a 2-to-1 risk to reward. It's not a fuck it moment, but more like a fuck it moment, you know? I, I'm just like, I feel ready for that. I've been so anxious to do it because part of me is low-key scarred with, what's it called? With how Apex does their funding challenge. Um, yeah, see, I filled out the top of this too. If I do here, with how Apex does their funding challenge, a little bit of drawdown means quite a bit. What is this then? I should have labeled it so I knew what I was talking about. This looks like it should be here. That is massive. $7.14. Do 17, 14, 28, and 87. $87.75. That's a big gap. But if we're going to continue on this uptrend, I think it could drop to that. Yeah. Like I was saying, with how Apex does their, and then this is the big one that hasn't come back down. With how Apex does their intraday trailing drawdown, I was always so afraid of hopping up to the mini because the Nasdaq moves quite quickly. So if, say, I get into a trade and Nasdaq jumps up 25 points and then jumps up 25 points, doesn't fully reach my take profit, and then comes back to a break even, then I just gave up $500 worth of drawdown. And that always, the intraday drawdown thing always like really fucked with me. So not having that is, in my opinion, a lot easier. Even though I have like an intraday max loss, I'm more okay with not hitting that than I am with the overall drawdown. So like, and that's probably because I tend not to ever come anywhere near $1,000 of loss. Like my big losses are like $600 or $700. Have I hit $1,000 loss in a day? Sure. But on my average quote unquote big loss day, it's like $600 or $700. And that feels like it's a lot. I usually cut it out at like $300. Now this is going to be, I'm trading a little bit more because I'm going to go jump up to the mini. So I'm going to be risking $300 per trade at max, which is 15 points. Yeah, I don't know if that's enough space, but I think it should be. If the trade is correct, if I'm correct in my analysis of the trade, 15 points should be more than enough drawdown. And if it's not, then I could always hop over to the micro. Now, with that being that, I'm going to decrease this, close these off. price actually drop that hard, or is that just a server issue again? Server issue. I, bruh. This is ridiculous. Okay, so that's good. Alright, on that note, I'm gonna get myself some more water, and then I should be back and ready to take the next half hour of trading. Be right back. Okay. I'm sitting here, I'm watching this, and $36 drop. That's a lot. That's a lot. Shit. I really thought I had 4 EMAs on here. I thought I also had the 50. I guess not. And it's fine. We're clearly in a downtrend. I could have gone in on this for a go, but I don't particularly want to trade during the pre-market and then get caught with my pants down as soon as the market, opens up. If I was paying attention at 9 o'clock, I probably would have entered somewhere in this, because there's that downtrend like that, and that's where my entry would have been. My entry would have been looking to enter here if this candle proceeded to go down, and the fact that it did, I probably would have entered somewhere in this range at 83 to capture at least some of this, or we'll say the top of that for 22 points ish, give or take. But because of this being the pre-market and we got like 40 seconds. Orders are coming in, and there's a substantial amount of orders that are coming in. I'm surprised the micros don't. Well, it's the micros, but there's a lot of big boy orders. Holy shit! 80 lots. Do we have economic news coming out today? Euro CPI, that came out already. Chicago PMI, 945. So no, the answer is no. ES time and sales are going off. And I particularly want to see, there's obviously the resistance right there in this area, but I want to see the rebound off of that again. And now I'm getting a phone call. One moment. Okay, so this is interesting. Came up, we hit this resistance level, and we tanked. And the buy orders are coming in, but they're not as big as I would be hoping. And this is a massive candle. 22 point, well, not that big in hindsight. I want to know what it does when it comes up to here, because that's really the overall resistance of it. There's so many times that it bounced off of this. If we break this and then we continue, if we break this, come back, retest it and push off, then I'd be really comfortable taking a long. I'm sitting here and I also see I'm seeing these as trend lines. It'd be more so like on this. Oh, wrong button. Still wrong button. Yeah. This peak, cut out here and see where you enter. You'd probably enter somewhere in this area for a long. But again, I don't really like to trade the open. I like to give it a few minutes, because we start to barcode and not really be able to pick a direction. Do I wish we were a little bit closer to the high on this? Yeah. Should I have bought, or should I have sold in when it rejected back to this? Probably. But I'd rather be with the trend than take a reversal and lose. So that's what we look like on the 5. And that's what we look like on the 15. I mean, first 10 minutes, I stay out. I'm staying out. I feel anxious, and I could feel the FOMO in me to wanting to jump into this. It's not smart. So I'm going to sit out, and at least until 9:40 or 9:38 to 9:40. Let the market do its thing. Have at least a few candles of where it wants to go. I am watching both the ES and the NASDAQ at the same time. I'm only showing the NASDAQ, but I have a second screen up. If I think the ES looks a little bit nicer, or at least nice enough for me to take a trade, I'll pop it up on to stream, obviously. I mean, at this point, I could have taken a short here as it rejected, got out here, or reversed it here for that. But you know, like I see this and I'm like, oh, you could have did this, could have did that, but because I didn't, and I also don't have that type of a skill where I'm like high frequency scalping. I really should not even like dwell about that, because then when I'm like, oh, you should have did this, that, and third, I miss an opportunity that I could have actually taken. Delta looks confused. When Delta looks like this, it's most likely best to just stay out. Especially with how close the bottom wicks are, and the fact that these aren't that close. That's really an indication of maybe you should hold off. At least for me. I tend to try not to use indicators as a reason to trade. So all I have is the delta and the EMAs, and obviously volume, but I feel like volume's a must-have if you're trading intraday or anything really. But I like the visuality of delta to show me what's going on. Okay, those two massive wicks, this looks extremely bullish. And the fact that delta is also like covering that. I have it in me to enter, but I don't want to take. We're in the middle of this. Yeah, we obviously have a lot of buying in this, but I think we should wait it out. Yeah, I also don't really particularly like how this is still a downtrend. That's a divergence. There's a lot of selling power, but the candle didn't push down. We made a new high on the ES for the opening day. I don't feel confident in taking a trade in either direction right now. Like, even the slightest bit. There's a lot of buying power here, and there's a lot of selling power here. And price is right in the middle. I was right about entering a short here, though. I mean, a long here. Failed to restore previous login. Alright, give me one moment. But what the fuck is happening? Alright, we logged out. Well, I'm logging back into Quan. I am glad that I'm not in a trade right now. Configured on exception handle option proceed. I don't fucking understand what's going on. Close, close. I really should have entered in that long. Okay. Okay. That was weird. That was really weird. But I wish I entered into this. I would have most definitely at least gotten some of this. Alright. Did I miss this move, yeah, technically, because I saw it here and I was like, I feel like I should take a long, and I didn't. But it also isn't a part of my strategy. My strategy is for this to hit my trend line and then push out. And I think that's going to be the case because of how little amount of volume is pushing this back down. Excuse me. While also how massive of a candle this is. I'm going to wait for when this candle decides that it's done bouncing. Okay, the time and sales for that. Too big of a candle for the amount of volume. It's getting there. I mean, the volume did reach a little bit high. It's weird to say, but I think that's better. I'm looking at the ES too, and the ES is doing the same thing. Not that, but not a lot of volume for it to come back up. So I might actually take a trade off of the ES if this closes properly. But I also don't like how little amount of volume this is and how low delta is on that. Why is my delta different on this? I don't like the way either one of those looks. NQ's at a resistance line. ES is at a resistance line right here. And there. So it might be better for me to go with a short. Waiting for it to pull back a bit though. Okay, I guess not. Damn, it really just dropped 10 points like that. And now the risk to reward isn't worth it because I would have got here and my risk would have been right there. Because I would have entered as that broke that line with a lot of volume. But I don't know if that's an exhaustion candle, which it could be, or if it's actually I'm just waiting this out. Out of curiosity, what would that look like? A little cleaner of a trade. I would have taken that here, and that would have dropped pretty heavy. But I don't. The 1 minute makes me really anxious. It has to be the fact that I'm trading the micro versus the mini versus the micro. Like, this was a perfect entry for me to enter. The volume was there and everything was there, and I hesitated. Yeah, I was looking at the ES, but I hesitated. And out of curiosity, if I do from that to that, we never came to it. But if I do that to that, there would have been a little bit more of a discretion to get in there. But that cut over would have been it. Shit. Okay, that's a very solid reversal candle. If I'm doing it on the top of the wicks off of the 5 minute. I usually do it off of the 2, but okay, so the ES came right into that fib zone right here, and it's struggling to decide what's gonna happen from here. I mean, that's a pretty bullish indicating candle, but that doesn't mean anything really. I need this to really show me like a nice engulfing candle for me to be like, I bet I'm entering. This is really the moment of truth. Is it gonna reverse and push up, or is it gonna fail and create a new low? If it creates a new low, I'm entering a short. I see it struggling though. There's a lot of downside that can go once it breaks through this zone. So it really is moment of truth. I want some music. While this is happening, I want some music. We're good. of orders just came through. We're at 47, 40, all little ones on the downside, and then like as like a quick glance, the buy has been a little bit bigger. Break this. If it breaks this, I'm entering. It's gotta go up 10 points. Okay, cool. I definitely don't want to risk all that. Take profit. We'll put that there for now. I saw a lot of orders coming in, and I feel like I rushed that, but where's 22 points plus 25%? It's 27. Okay. 31.5 minus 27 is 4.5. $27 times 2 plus 31.5 is 85. Am I really going for that? I'm super anxious about that trade. $31.5 plus 27, 58. 0.5 right there. We'll do that and then come down up a tick. Once it hits that, I'm moving to break even. I want to move it up a bit. I feel much better with that. I feel so much better risking that than risking all 27. That's... Okay, now the trend line is... It's gonna be a little bit of resistance, that's fine. I'll let it be. It's a solid trade. I literally just wanted to hit that so I could move it up to full break even. You know what, fuck it. I'm moving this to break even plus a point. Now it's, full. It's a good trade. If it goes up, bet. If it doesn't, and it shows me some real weakness, I'll cut it. I feel more than happy about that. Honestly, I'd be really happy with just cutting it now. If it launches off of that, that's where I'm. Stay off of it. I really feel like I should just cut it, but I think I'm thinking more so about the money than the fact that this is just a slight pullback. It's a risk-free trade, right? I'm literally just gonna pay commissions and then that's it. just commissions. I'm not gonna lose anything from this or gain anything from this. Matter of fact, if this flips and goes green on me, that's my next stop loss. Yeah, that's my next stop loss. So actually, fuck it. I'm closing that. I just saw how much it was on. I just saw how much it was. And yeah, I still have a lot of conviction that this trade's gonna keep going up. It might not. If it breaks this, then I knew it was a bad trade. But also, I need to stay under 50%. And I think that is threading the line right there. So I'm happy with that trade. How much was that? There's my mouse. That can get closed. That can get closed. Performance. Today? Okay, guess not. Is it account info? Okay, account info. We're at $51,102. Profit for today is $520. and I know there's that resistance that's happening right now on the screen. Again, if this breaks this high, that's where my next push of resistance would be, which it very much could, right? Like this, I had it at 85, I want to say. Here? No, I had it maybe 75. I have to remember this. This was a really solid trade. It was 27 points times 2 plus 31.5, so 85.5, which is there. Yeah. I think I pulled it out of a good spot. It's mostly because of the 50% rule that I have on the account. Oh, this looks like it's about to launch. that looked like there was a lot of strength in that one. That looked like it was about to launch. Let's see. I closed it at 57. Where it topped out at 64. I mean, regardless, this was going to be a solid trade. Like I got in at 31.5 and I moved up my stop loss to 41.25. So worst case, if I didn't cut it here, I would have locked in $200. That's worst case. Well, I mean, worst case really would have been like this absolutely flipping and hitting my stop loss. But once we were in profit, and the way we were in profit, and then when this pulled back, I was really anxious about this. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I mean, you heard my thoughts kind of ramble. I was quite anxious about this. But as soon as this came down and then it flipped to green, before I even hit this, I moved my stop loss up. Right, so that if it does flip and hit my stop loss, I locked in $200. So, that's kind of, I'm good. This could be a second leg for the next move up, and I potentially might take another trade. I mean, I have this space, right? Like I have $1,500 worth of space before it would lock me out for the day. This though, it feels more like a that situation. This feels like a second leg down. But like not all the way down, like just a little bit. The ES looks pretty strong. See, if I pushed out, it came back in and then rejected out of the zone, you'd enter in that zone and then try to ride this up for 7 points, 5 points, whatever it is. I like the speed of which the NAS moves, and I follow my rules, right? Like I saw that this was at a support line. I said if this candle breaks the high of this, I'll enter. It broke it almost perfectly. I entered a tick higher. Right? This was at a high of 31. I entered half a point higher, 2 ticks higher. And then this rode up for 27 points. It was a little less than 27 points. It was more. It's 26. Actually, 26 points exactly. I don't know about you, but I think that's pretty solid. That's $500 in a trade. Granted, I have to keep it under $600 for the 50%, so this is definitely going to make things a little dicey, but I've been pretty consistent with how my trading is. Moment of truth. If it touches this stop loss, $200, and then I honestly, with seeing this, I probably would have reversed it anyway, somewhere at this range. Especially because this broke down. But we're consolidating through both sides, so I don't know if I would even actually be in this trade right now or not. But I mean, I'm not, because clearly I'm not in the trade. But I'm ecstatic about that, and I kind of don't even want to continue trading for the rest of the day. Like, pulled in $500, call it a day, right? Like, that is more than enough money for me. I also don't want to overly push it, because I am at, like, let me see, let me pull it up on my other screen. I essentially added 1% to my account. Yeah. So currently, after commissions and everything, I'm $586 above in the challenge. But with this trade, that adds another $520. So this trade would be what, like 48%, 49% of my overall account currently. 520 divided by 586. Oh no, I lied. It's what my account balance is, so $1,102 divided by 520 divided by 1102. I'm at 47.1%. Right, 47.1%. And I can't pass 50%. So, I mean, I could swap over to practice and trade off of that. But I think I'm good. I'm happy with how that went. Yeah. And that actually gives me a lot more space, because the next trading day I sit down to trade, I can go for, this full move. It was 54. It would have been here too. It would have been here to here. $50 points. So that would have been $1,000. That would have been $1,080. I can go for that move next time. Currently, I'm good with this. We are consolidating. The stop loss would be right here anyway, and then we'd be zigzagging here. This is probably, when this breaks out, it's probably gonna pick a direction and really shoot towards that with like all its might. It'd probably be closer towards like 12 o'clock though. I mean, something might happen with it by the end of the hour, right? Before 11 o'clock hits. I really think it's to the downside, because it's in a golden zone, right? Like, it's inside the fib zone. Resistance, yesterday's high. Excuse me. I could have taken this trade off of yesterday's high when it slammed through here. I was just really afraid of doing that. I should have, because that would have been a really beautiful trade down, right? And then when this retraced, that would have locked in profits here. If I entered over here when this broke this, or even at this line, that would be where my break even stop would be, and I'd be trying to capture this. So this line to about that 60 points. I'd probably be a little tight, because then I'd be over the 50% rule, but I think it'd be fine. Alright, well, on that note, I'm going to end the stream there. I'm glad that was my first day of trading the NASDAQ E-mini. I usually trade the micros, which, again, is probably why I didn't take this trade, because I was anxious about that, even though I had the trend line from bop to bop, this come in, close, and then this break. As this broke here, that would have been really rare to take it, and that'd be a solid $800. I didn't take that, obviously, because I was anxious, but I'm glad I capitalized on this trade here. And then I'm glad I used this as a measurement of whether or not to stay in this trade. Now this trade is brewing, but I'm gonna call it a day there. So thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me. I believe the next day, it's starting to break out. Yes, it's breaking out of that consolidation. It's still on an uptrend consolidation, but it's pushing. I don't know if this is really gonna push much or not, but whatever. Thanks for watching. I think the next trading day that I could sit down would be Friday. Yeah, so it'd be Friday. Pretty hectic week. Hopefully I'm able to actually sit down for that, because I feel like I'm a lot closer towards passing the challenge, especially with how smoothly everything has gone. At least with that being said, I have more than enough time to really quote unquote study my material and stuff. I just want to show you guys how beautiful on the 5-minute trade this is. Look at that. It came in directly into that spot and then pushed out. This came through and it like snapped out. Okay, that's fair. But then when it retested this, it looked like it didn't even go a tick over. It did. No, it didn't. That's crazy. But thanks for watching. Hopefully Friday goes as smoothly as it's been going. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I'm really enjoying not being so anxious about the trailing drawdown. So I'm watching all the orders are coming in on the, what's it called? I think I have to drop it down for this. I think maybe 5. Because I'm watching the ES, and the ES is coming in all really hot. Right, like I'm seeing a lot of orders coming in. I think 5 NASDAQ contracts might be better. I don't know. I use 7 micros, so that's something I'll have to fiddle around with to see if it's really worth holding the 5 or going up or keeping it at 7. Anyway, I really like not having a trailing drawdown. It's been helping me mentally trade much better and more efficiently, and because of that, I could pull off things like that. Damn. No, I could leave it at 7. Yeah, I could leave it at 7. Seven lots is a lot. So if people are trading 7 lots, then they're really pushing it towards one direction. Anyway, I digress. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all Friday for like the 9th time.